Dude, what's on your butt? This is Act My Age, lessons from a guy who's old enough to know better. I'm Brother Russ. Now today's topic is one of those things that's been on everybody's mind recently. Men's underwear. Seriously. If you've been watching some of the men's style channels that are on YouTube inside the past several months, you've undoubtedly seen these plugs for expensive men's underwear like Tani. And they talk about how soft it is and how well made. And I've got another pair here. And yeah, it's well made. It's quite soft. Really kind of steps up the game a bit from your standard Fruit of the Looms or whatever you're normally used to. However, there is a downside. And of course, the downside when you're talking about stuff like this is the price. Last time I checked their website, the baseline price was about $45, and it could go up to like $75 per pair. Now, there are coupons floating around, particularly on some of these channels, that may get you 2 for 1 or something like this. But still, you're paying somewhere in the neighborhood of, $25, $30, $35 per pair for men's shorts. And that, to me, just doesn't make a great deal of sense. I mean, there's lots of things that I could spend money on, but spending $35 on a pair of underwear is not really the thing I'd like to do. So I started looking around, and I said, is there something out there that is fairly similar, but a lot more cost-effective? And I happened to come across a Y2Y2, Y2Y2.com. And they have a product that I've been wearing inside the last several months, which is actually pretty similar. The Tani ones are listed as 94% micromodal, 6% elastane. Let me see if I can get that in the camera. The Y2Y2s are 90% micromodal and 10% lycra, elastane, yada yada. So they're fairly similar as far as the specs go. As far as softness, the Tanis are just a little bit softer, and by a little bit softer, I mean a little bit softer. These ones, on the other hand, are plenty soft. They seem to be quite well made, all things considered. They're made in China. Oh my. And I actually ordered them from China through an eBay seller called Mr. Wang's Shop. No, I'm not making this up. You can actually buy men's underwear from a place called Mr. Wang's Shop. The irony. So anyway, for a half dozen of these Y2Y2s with shipping, it was something like $42. Which means that for less than the price of 2 pair of the Tani, I can get a very similar product in quantity 6. So we're talking about less than third the cost. Now, like I said, I'm sure the Tanis, are exceptionally well made. The ones I have here, the ones I purchased, seem to be quite good. But the Y2Y2s, frankly, not very far behind. And as far as softness goes, they're almost there. They're just if you did some sort of blind feeling test and you wanted the absolute best, yeah, the Tani's probably a little bit better. But these are still quite soft and seem to be quite resilient at a fraction of the price. And that's part of the reason why I just wanted to make this video, because sometimes we watch these men's style experts, and they've got plenty of great content out there, really good information, but sometimes they're getting sponsors that are expensive, and sometimes we want to do something a little bit better. I mean, for me particularly, I've got better things to do than be paying $50 for a pair of underwear. So I'm just bringing this out there for you. I am not a paid sponsor of Y2Y2 or Mr. Wang's Shop. If that would happen. I'm not paid anything. This is just sort of my take on things that You might want to know, because maybe you do want the Tanis. You know, that's fine. You want to pay the money for that? That's terrific. But maybe you're like me and you wish you could really try it before you invest $50 on underwear. So things like this, like the Y2Y2, allow you to get some of that feel, some of that experience. I would say 90% of that experience at the very least, probably higher than that, probably 95%, and an absolute fraction of the cost. I mean, you know, these ones came in at like less than $7, I think it was. So, you know, well worth it. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'm going to be doing more videos like this over time, because occasionally I do watch some of these men, and they do have some great content, as I said before, but occasionally they are hawking some really expensive products that, frankly, you can do something amazingly similar for a whole lot less. So stay tuned to this channel, like, subscribe, etc., and hope to see you in the next one.